Hello and welcome to episode 101 of my playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, where I will not be using Charm or Intimidate dialogue options or Paragon or Renegade interrupts. Alright, before I started recording, what's her name? Trainer mentioned I have a message, so I'm going to check that. Counselor Tivos, Thessia. Commander Shepard, the situation on Thessia is far more dire than we had ever expected. Communication between the matriarchs is in complete disarray, and our military has already been overwhelmed. For our civilization to have any chance at surviving, we are attempting an evacuation to save as many people as we can. I have already contacted Admiral Hackett asking for Alliance help, but I fear that my attempts to persuade him were in vain. We have secured ships from Miranda to transport our people, but without the Alliance fleets, they will stand little chance against the Reapers. In return for any help, we will provide our remaining ships in the fight to retake Earth. I know we do not always see things equally, but I hope you can look past our differences in order to convince the Admiralty to assist Thessia in its most desperate hour. May the goddess be with you, Counselor Tivos. Or Tabos, anyway. Okay. I think it's Tabos.
Message from Admiral Hackett, Commander. Patching it through.
Commander, I take it you've heard about the Asari plan.
Yes, sir. It's risky.
Many in the Admiralty agree with you, but we cannot ignore their fleets. Meet me in the Serpent Nebula, and we'll discuss it with the Admirals. Hackett out.
Okay. Serpent Nebula. Let's go ahead and take care of that. I don't know where the Serpent Nebula is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right. Of course. I'm an idiot. Of course that's where the Serpent Nebula is. Conference on Thessia. I think I've read this description already, but anyway, Doc. The Admirals have gathered on the Normandy to discuss the latest Asari proposal. Hackett. Shepard. The Admirals were just discussing. Mikhailovich. How these damn people have screwed us at every turn, and Ahern here wants us to play the Good Samaritan. Ahern. I forget what he sounds like. These people are civilians who did nothing wrong. We shouldn't condemn them for what their government did. They deserve our help. Mikhailovich. Mark my words, we save the matriarch's collective asses and the counselor will stand on the bodies of our dead soldiers and make herself a saint by telling her people how she convinced us to help when she caused this whole mess in the first place. Ahern. Maybe, but we get all of their remaining fleets and the personnel to fight the Reapers. Can't you see the big picture? Mikhailovich. They should have been helping from the start instead of hiding the key to a superweapon in their backyard. You can't just fix this with fleets. Shit, everybody else is already stepping up, and most of them have got nothing left to live for anyway. Ahern. We can't just ignore the Asari fleets either. Those are Destiny-class dreadnoughts out there just waiting to fly our colors. That's a huge advantage in this war, no matter what you think of them. Mikhailovich. If their fleets are so great, then why aren't they defending the Rannoch transports during the evac? Hackett. They will be. They held up against the Reapers a lot better than we did, but they're still taking one hell of a beating. Besides, the Counselor, they've got no real leadership left. The senior matriarchs are all on Thessia, and Solarian intel suggests everything is hanging by a thread. I'm not a huge fan either, but the truth is, the Asari are not going to be much of a military unless we get at least some of the matriarchs out of there. Mikhailovich. So they gamble with the galaxy's very survival, refusing to help anyone but themselves. Where were they when Earth was burning? And now that it's their backs against the wall, they expect us to save them? Ahern. This isn't about who's right or who's wrong. It's about making sure there are people left after this damn war is over. I don't like it either, but if we have to make nice and do some BS humanitarian mission to get those fleets, then I say we just do it and get this over with. Hackett. We're just going in circles. Shepard, who are you siding with on this? I'm siding with Ahern. Mikhailovich. I'm not going to sacrifice my men's lives just for a goddamn thank you note. No way we should risk the fleet on this. Hackett, then what do you suggest? Mikhailovich, you want to get us on board? They give us all of their beacon research, everything they have, all of it. Even without the Prothean cipher, they've had it for centuries, with plenty of time to study it. It's a gold mine, and it's high time those pretentious matriarchs were knocked down a peg. Semedo, you want to extort an entire race? You can't be serious. Mikhailovich, then we'll call it a treaty. Who cares? This war is too costly to do things out of the goodness of our hearts. They're asking us to take a huge risk with our fleet, so if they really want our help, then they've got to pay the price. If not, they can forget it. Semedo, there's no way they'll ever agree to that. You know this. Ahern, if they agreed, their military is going to find out and second-guess everything we say. We can't have the Asari doubting us our war strategies when we take the battle back to Earth. Mikhailovich, oh, they'll agree to the terms, and the military won't question anything. We will get their full cooperation because the Council doesn't want to answer questions about breaking galactic law and hoarding Prothean tech. I hear that's a big deal. Ahern, and what if we win this war? Then what? We won't get any type of Asari support for reconstruction when this is over. The Asari will do everything they can to make sure the Council blocks all of our requests. Infrastructure, supplies, technical assistance, all gone. If we send our fleets, we get the job done and we get their firepower. Semedo, I agree. We should save those people, not shake them down. We need to send in our fleet. Mikhailovich, if we send our fleet, we'll be sending thousands of humans to their deaths, not to mention the ships that are lost that could be better used somewhere else, like taking back Earth. And if by some miracle we win this war, the matriarchs will have a civil war on their hands, or be too busy dodging indictments to pick up a hammer. It's now or never. We won't get a second chance at this. They want us to sacrifice our ships and thousands of soldiers. Give us the data. Or we see how advanced they are when they take the Reapers on alone. Ahern, damn it, Boris! Stop being such an a-hole. It's not like the Alliance hasn't done crap that we regret. Mikhailovich, the bottom line is they don't deserve our help, and if we had an ounce of honor, we would refuse them outright. If we risk our troops, there has to be a price. Hackett, Shepard, you've been awfully quiet. What's your take on this? I think forcing a treaty is probably actually the best option here. A few hours later, the conference reconvenes. Hackett, I spoke with the Asari counselor. To say she was pissed off is an understatement, but without any real alternative, she agreed to our terms. Mikhailovich, damn right she did. Hackett, but she feels that 2 fleets will be more effective in getting the job done. Mikhailovich, Are you shitting me? 2 fleets? That's almost half our forces. Tadius, even you have to see that this is insane. Ahern, yeah, we can't afford 2 fleets. I can take the 6th and a few battle groups of the 5th. The 6th needs to be combat tested anyway. They've been in reserve since Asgard. That will have to do. 2 would be more effective. She's right, but we can't spare them. Mikhailovich, even that's a huge gamble. Look, the Normandy is equipped to go in undetected, then get us the intel and coordinates we need for the transports. There's no need to risk fleets of this size. Shepard, it's up to you, but that's the sensible way to go. Hackett, thoughts? Send in the Normandy, I guess. Priority orders, Thessia. Primary objective, oversee evacuation. Scout evacuation areas to determine enemy presence and evacuation priority. Signal the fleets to enter system via comm relay. Recover evacuees and lead transport flotilla to the highlighted fleet. Okay, so scout, signal fleets to enter. Recover evacuees, okay. Signal the fleet to confirm readiness to dock. Repeat until ground or fleet command indicate further action is not viable. Secondary objective, avoid casualties. Fleet objective is to prevent enemy forces from interfering with the evacuation. Ground objective is to maintain orderly evacuation zones and prevent enemy incursion or action against transport flotilla. The priority is to avoid casualties to the fleets. Allers, Diana, media opportunity. Commander, A source tells me the Asari are petitioning the Alliance to assist with a rescue mission to Thessia. Let me help you. We can spin this to increase your popularity. We can get a few shots of recovered priceless historical treasures, and I will do some interviews with helpless civilians you rescue. My story will make you a big hero, your reputation will skyrocket, and cash donations to the war effort will roll in. The Asari will lap it up, trust me. If there is one thing I know, it is how to get that particular audience on our side. Diana.
Commander?
Alright, let's start with Ceres. The University of Ceres is the premier galactic institution in a number of fields, including biotics, archaeology, and astrophysics. The Ceres Council represents a large number of specialist craft manufacturers. The exorbitant cost of the equipment, as well as the difficulty in purchasing them off-world, has left them very highly regarded. In particular, their individually tailored savant amplifiers are considered the finest in the galaxy. The outskirts of the city suffered heavy bombardment during the initial assault. Now that the patrols of thralls and oculi have largely immobilized the population, the Reapers are moving to harvest the inhabitants. Evacuees, Ceres Council matriarchs, Asari mercenaries, and biotic amplifier technicians. Scout report, Ceres. The dreaming spires of Ceres' University District have so far largely survived the worst of the Reaper attacks. The more densely packed areas, suburbs, and spaceports have been under consistent attack as the Reapers slowly herd the populace toward the center. The matriarchs have organized a defense, largely via mercenary groups, undertaking hit-and-run attacks, but these are distractions that delay the inevitable, rather than a serious defense. The center of the university has open spaces that will allow ships to land and proceed with the evacuation. And the same list of evacuees that I already read. Okay, Armali. Armali, one of the most powerful Asari republics, is famed for its Prothean ruins and archaeology. Prior to the war, the Armali Council represented the city's businesses, which are well regarded for quality products, such as the Nexus range of Omni tools. Armali was one of the most outward-looking states, and maintains good trading relations across the galaxy. The war has seen Armali hit hard, as the headquarters for several units of the Republican Guard. This populous city has been devastated by the Reaper attack. Groups of refugees play a cat-and-mouse game with the Reaper thralls, using their biotics to perform powerful guerrilla attacks on Reaper patrols. However, these tactics have taken their toll, leaving resistance fighters exhausted and with limited access to both food and water. Scout report, Armali. The political and religious center of the city has suffered extensive bombardment from heavy Reapers who have moved south to face elements of the Republican Guard. The matriarchs have gathered near the spaceport in the northern suburbs. Rumors of their presence has led to a large group of refugees fleeing rampaging thralls to gather on the outskirts of the spaceport. At the moment, the matriarch's guards have barricaded them outside. The spaceport should offer a good location for rapid evacuation, but has little cover once Reapers discover activity. Evacuees, Armali matriarchs, orphans and civilians, Republican Guard units. And there I am. Methymna. Methymna is a smaller republic, and before the war it was known as a home of artists and writers. Its most famous daughter is the ancient poet Sappho, whose poems on love, romance, and passion are considered the basis of Asari literature. When published across Citadel space, they became the source of many misconceptions about Asari culture. Due to its lack of military resources, the invasion saw Methymna initially ignored. As a result, many refugees tried to escape to the city. The Reapers are now reassessing their invasion strategy, intent on harvesting the frightened population. Scout report, Methymna. The ancient city of Methymna has been spared the devastation of other population centers so far, having been ignored by the heavier Reaper units. Groups of thralls still attack daily, but the people have formed volunteer regiments of resistance fighters to hold back the oncoming tide. The city's main spaceport, much smaller than other cities, is home to a group of famed gunship pilots who hunt groups of the enemy and give hope to the frightened population. Many people view the preservation of their culture and art as a higher priority than their own lives, and many artifacts, including original prints of famed Asari poet Sappho, have been gathered in the hope they might be saved. The spaceport is exposed and quite small, offering limited opportunities for mass evacuations. Evacuees, Asari cultural artifacts, refugee resistance fighters, and Talon gunship pilots. Okay. Signal the fleets. The Asari Navy have hidden a comm buoy among the wreckage of many ships destroyed, trying to reach the relay. It can be used to broadcast the order for the evacuation fleets to start their approach.
I found something.
Alright, let's do Ceres first. Message to Normandy Special Operations. Lieutenant Commander Chichosa, Ground Command. It appears we caught the Reapers by surprise. The initial landings at this location were incidents-free, and ground troops have been deployed to establish a perimeter. The spaceports are overcrowded with far more people than we can fit on one transport run. Everyone is desperate to escape, but so far the boarding has been relatively orderly. We will need to return. We have limited capacity, Commander. Who should we prioritize? The matriarchs. Armali. Oh, I can't. Oh, I need to. Sorry, I'm doing this wrong. I need to bring them to the First Fleet. Incoming fleet communications. Parnitha, engaging minimal with resistance. Weapons live. Fighters away. Dreadnoughts engaging a Reaper in Sector 319. Parnitha, the civilian offloading has begun. Kurif, Sector 912 showing limited Reaper presence, extending fighter patrol range. PRAs, getting a few individual ships from the surface, they're making a run for it. Parnitha, Normandy Special Operations, please report on ground situation. Normandy Special Operations, evacuation zones crowded, but orderly. Special forces established perimeters. Parnitha, good, keep it up. Continue. Now we go over here. Message to Normandy Special Operations. Lieutenant Commander Chichosa, Ground Command. Reaper forces are moving quickly and engaging resistance fighters near the landing perimeter. We've been attempting to hold them back with heavy weapons. So far, no sign of the big ones. Thank the goddess. What are our orders? Orphans and civilians. Incoming fleet communications. Rannoch. Civilian offloading has commenced. Parnitha. Reaper fleet just came out of nowhere right at us. We've lost the Destiny Nahimpa. Parnitha. Must be 30, maybe 50 of the big ones. All ships engaging. PRAs. Should we cover? Parnitha. Negative. Continue with the evacuation. Get our people off the homeworld. We will delay as best we interference. Re-engage. Protocol 975. Corinth. Understood. Engaging the Reaper. Engaging the destroyer. 691. Weapons live. Torpedoes away. PRAs. Fighter squadrons deploying to cover the flotilla. Too many oculi around. PRAs. Parnitha? Destiny Asteri, do you copy? That's pretty bad. I should have saved. Do I try to get people from the other city? We can't hold. We have to withdraw, right? Nah, I'm gonna continue. This might be a terrible idea. Message to Normandy Special Operations. Lieutenant Aethera, Ground Command. We've come under heavy fire, Commander. Several Hades cannons near the city edge are opening up. A couple of transports went down, cargo and all. Another fell back and hit our command center. We are losing ground quickly and my people cannot hold much longer. Who do we transport next, Commander? At this rate, this could be our last run. I'm sorry, Resistance fighters, but it has to be the cultural artifacts. I know this is a terrible choice. I should have gone to one of the... I wanted to get that popularity. Oh, there's the fleet. Wrong way! No, 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 no! In orbit! That's close. Incoming fleet communications. Interference. Re-engage protocol 975. PRAs. Rannoch, can you do anything about those Reapers on top of the first fleet? Rannoch, negative. We're under sustained fire. PRAs. Goddess, their line is folding. PRAs, the first is gone. The entire fleet just gone. Current, another Reaper just alive. Sector 3, 12, 7, engaging. PRAs. This is Vice Admiral Vela. All ships, fall back to the relay. We have to get out of here. Rannoch, acknowledged. What about our people? Corinth, what about our people? PRAs, no choice. Order evac 12. 05, relay. Withdraw. Asari Refugee Fleet. The Asari Refugee Fleet stands motionless, the purple light of the nebula mournfully reflecting off the sleek curves of the ships that escaped Thessia. Not a few are the luxury clippers of the super-rich, now packed with frightened and upset refugees. Unlike the hubs of activity that have formed around nearby human and Turian escapees, the Asari flotilla remains silent, with only the occasional shuttle making its way between the ships. A few cruisers that survived the intense battle before the planet's fall stand with the fleet. The dark scars on their white Solaris armor are a testament to the ferocity of the Reaper invasion. Number of ships, approximately 600. Population, estimated 450,000. Check war assets. I'm sure that's changed. And also maybe messages. Oh, messages first. ANN News Alert. ANN Alert. New article on orphans. Asari news networks have been running blanket coverage of the heroic rescue of a large group of civilians from Thessia. Amid the scenes of devastation, images have emerged of Alliance soldiers helping Asari children escape, and word has leaked that several priceless historical antiquities have been saved. ANN interviewed one lucky survivor. We had been hiding for what seemed like forever, but the humans put their lives at risk for us and miraculously found us. The distraught survivor then claimed she had personally been rescued by Commander Shepard. The commander was unavailable for comment, but a close source said the concerns of helping the Asari and their unique culture survive were a concern for all, with many survivors recounting the heroism of the Alliance soldiers who helped in the evacuation. Donations to war funds have increased. Oh, great. Updated. Thessia has been overrun by the Reapers, striking a crippling blow to the Asari. Their fleets have since retreated, but not before sacrificing a large number of ships in a desperate attempt to save their homeworld. Updated. The attempt to save some of the Asari was successful, but came at a high price. As a result, military units trying to hold back the Reapers experienced significant losses. The same thing for this one. Yeah. Destiny Ascension, nothing new. Thessian evacuees. Disparate groups were rescued from Thessia and are putting their talents to work. Updated. Orphans and civilians. The media coverage of a large group of rescued orphans has raised morale +1. Steris Council matriarchs. Although traditionally not as politically powerful as their Armali counterparts, the Ceres Council matriarchs are providing the Crucible teams with a wealth of Asari scientific experience and are assisting with fleet repairs, plus 15. Updated Asari cultural artifacts. Recovering culturally significant artwork has raised Asari morale and given them the hope that their Thessian civilization can be preserved, plus 3. Anything new here? No, I've read that. Anything updated with the Quarians? Yeah, the lost ships trying to rescue. Alright. I don't know what else I missed, but I guess it's not that important. Antram. This habitable world had been living in the shadow of disaster long before the Reaper War. Its moon's orbit is decaying, causing tidal disruptions and electrical storms before its eventual collision. When humans settled on Antram, the Asari decided it was foolish. Derided it as foolish, but today the humans look prescient. The communications hub they set up on the planet has hundreds of quantum communicators whose information is spread through broadcasts on the planet and beamed out via combui. While Antram has yet to be attacked by Reaper forces, it is likely just a matter of time. Okay, let's take... Javik and Liara. Javik.
Cerberus has taken one of our secret communication facilities. All campaigns in this theater depend on the information that dish array supplies.
What do we know?
We're getting intel from a tech who survived the attack. Grace Sato. She's hiding in a security bunker off-site.
A civilian?
Yes, patching her through.
Miss Sato, what's happening down there?
I'm staying hidden, but I'm the only one left. They're trying to hack into our systems to access Alliance operations protocols. I'm tracking their activity, but they're bound to find me sooner or later.
Hang in there. We'll be there soon.
Yes. Yes, Commander.
It's not ideal, but she's the only one with any traction on this. The information stored in that network is critical, Commander. If it gets into enemy hands, we'll lose a lot of good people.
I'll take care of it, Admiral.
See that you do. Hack it out.
Miss Sato, we've landed. What are we looking at?
They're trying to see...
We'll keep them from hacking in.
Where is that turret? Where am I supposed to be? Oh, there's the turret.
Commander Shepard, Cerberus shuttles are scouring the area. I think they're looking for me.
They're using comms to pinpoint Sato's location.
Oh no. How do we...
Nothing's changed. Just upload the next set of coordinates.
Yes, Commander. Updating your nav point.
Miss Sato, come in. Miss Sato, are you there?
The human is too scared to answer.
We need the final coordinates. Grace, listen to me.
Can't talk. They're right outside.
I know you're scared. This is more than you signed up for, but I won't let you down. Promise.
Okay, Commander. Updating your nav point with the last location now. But if you get to me in time... Just hurry, please.
Commander, I think I can make a run and get her.
Do it.
Oh, so much for that.
Good job, Lieutenant.
Our communication station is secure. Operations in this theater are safe again. No small task to keep it that way. How's Misato doing?
She has to be transferred to a nearby Alliance station. She wants to help however she can.
Good. We need all the help we can get. Hack it out.
Communications arrays. The Alliance's most advanced communications relay on Antram has been saved from a Cerberus attack. Technician Grace Sato has been rescued and will direct the construction of several smaller arrays to collect crucial intel from various star systems. Oh. Intel report, Asari political situation. With a significant group of matriarchs evacuated, the political situation within the Asari military and civilian fleets has stabilized. While there is some disquiet surrounding the rumors the leadership had been illegally hoarding Prothean technology with other priorities for the moment, the Asari public is acquiescent. The limited success of the evacuations in terms of numbers of evacuated has resulted in disappointment among the remaining Asari. The refugee fleet in the Widow Nebula has absorbed the few evacuees with ease. Many accuse the Alliance of cowardice in not providing greater help. It is the assessment of AIS that given the speed and aggressiveness of Reaper response, the plan was probably leaked and the decision not to participate was correct. Media reports on the evacuation have produced several shots of Alliance figures helping refugees and saving important cultural treasures. Encouraged by the reports, the level of war donations to the Alliance has increased sharply. Alright, and
Commander?
nothing to say. Nothing.
Joker, you asked for news about the human colony. Tiptree?
Hey, Liara, you don't need to worry about that right now.
Now's as good a time as any. I'm getting reports of refugee ships from Tiptree landing on Solarian colonies. I don't have names. I'm sorry. It was mostly children.
Well, Gunny, Hillary, my sister, Gunny's a nickname. She's had it since, she's only 15, so if it's children, then maybe I only lost my dad. Kind of an asshole thing to hope for.
Jeff, right now, take any kind of hope you can get.
Thanks. You too. Commander?
How's the ship holding up, Edie?
The envelope of mass-free space we create when we travel at FTL limits any impact.
Just got word from Miss Sato. She arrived at the Alliance research facility safe and sound.
And I hear Esteban got to play the hero with a damsel in distress.
You know me and my damsels, Mr. Vega.
That I do.
Always good to see you, Commander.
Hey.
Hey there.
Commander.
Do you ever feel awkward, being the only Turian on the ship?
I don't know. Should I?
I just mean, not having anyone else like you around.
Doesn't seem to bother Liara.
But she can eat their food.
All propulsion systems are running optimal.
Commander. Nothing to report, Commander.
Good to see you.
Commander.
Good to see you.
Oh, it's because I put it in all hands. Right. Those blast shields get closed when...
Greetings, Commander.
Thanks for coming by.
How's it going?
Feeling okay, Commander?
What's this? Oh, wait, so this is the controls. What am I doing? I'm stupid.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need to get to the embassies.
Yes, Commander.
War, the Asari homeworld of Thessia has been attacked by alien forces. With the Elcor homeworld taken by Reaper forces, refugees from the Kuna are fleeing to the Citadel.
Spectre status recognized. For security reasons, all wireless
Editorial comment. We've heard non-stop news of...
Cerberus encryption codes, yeah.
Rachni consumed Solarian colonies. Quarians lived through the unthinkable slaughter of the Morning War. Periods of ethnic cleansing have darkened the corners of human history, but we're a galaxy of survivors. Despite threats both organic and synthetic, we've endured. Some wonder if submitting to the Reapers will say forget that we've survived heavy losses before. I ask, what were the Reapers doing during all those years in dark space? They were hiding.
Oh, there's a new codex thing.
Although its location in the distant Attican Traverse eroded any tourist value, the colony of Horizon promised substantial industrial opportunity. This potential was extinguished when the Collectors depopulated the colony. The few surviving witnesses provided valuable early intelligence on the Collectors and their harvesting process. A new colony, Sanctuary, was built from the ruins on Horizon. Opening its doors to all, Sanctuary has come to represent hope and security for the beleaguered and lost. Word of this haven spread quickly throughout the galaxy, and many of those left homeless by the Reaper invasion have fled to Sanctuary. Biotics is the ability...
Okay,
Rex remains adamant that the Krogan will continue to support...
I was gonna check the journal to see. CSEC. Oh. Citadel Embassy. Oh. Well, okay, so I need to leave and come back. Go, like, Arcos Lounge and then come back. Oh, I can't. I won't be able to go back to the same place, so I'm being stupid! I know there's no one to talk to here, so I'm just gonna head right back out. Huerta.
Welcome to Serta. Thank you for shopping.
Wait, she has something to say? No, it's rapid transit. Okay.
As Reaper forces appear close to capturing Thessia, Asari refugees are pouring...
He's not here. Is he at CSEC? I think the journal is lying to me.
Hey, Shepard. Everyone's walking around. These are dark days for you and me.
Security is everyone's job. Please report any suspicious activity to the nearest CSEC officer.
There he is.
Your intel, right? I found these encryption codes on a Cerberus engineer. I thought they might be helpful.
Cerberus ciphers. That's exactly what we've been looking for. Thank you, Commander. Yes, Commander Shepard found some encryption algorithms. The team is expecting results soon now.
Is there any point in still going around here? Takuna. Let's check the Citadel Tower. Because I did everything I could on Takuna, so that mission might just be stuck there.
Incoming ship in distress. Traffic control is deploying Tomex. All civilian departures, please hold. All visitors, please remain calm. The Citadel is making every effort to accommodate your needs.
We got your people off Takuna, Ambassador.
Utterly sincere. Thank you for your assistance, Commander. This is not a debt we can repay.
Were you able to evacuate any civilians?
Yes,
How many?
not enough.
Any ship refusing to submit to remote guidance will be fired upon.
Alright, I think I'm done on the Citadel. Not gonna wander around the whole thing and just have a bunch of people, like, go through a bunch of people that I've already talked to and nothing else new, I'm pretty sure. We're just gonna go. Check the news terminal, but...
Adamant that the Krogan will continue to support the Terrans.
Investigate Sanctuary! Alright. That's gonna do it for this episode. Be sure to hit like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be kept up to date on future uploads.